great to see so many wonderful faces here in the Long and McQuaid Performance Hall live at Jazz FM 91. And of course, there are people streaming us all over the world. Welcome to Canada. Welcome to Toronto. Good to see you. And if you are listening right now on Jazz FM 91, if you're listening online or on our app or at JAZZ.FM, you can go to our YouTube page and you can see us all in our glory. And let me tell you, some of us in the audience look better than me. Let me just tell you that. But glad you're all here. It's just a delight to be back and doing this again. It's become a tradition, but this is a bit of a non-traditional kitchen party. We usually do it over the holidays, but now we're doing it to launch the new year. And I can't think of a better group of people than to launch the new year with than all of you and these incredible musicians. On piano, someone whose commitment to his craft is, I mean, he is dedicated beyond belief. And I say this, I've known this guy for a few years now, and I will tell you, when he approaches anything, he approaches it with vigor. It doesn't matter if it's playing the piano, it doesn't matter if it's playing in various styles of music, if it's playing guitar, if it's playing golf, if it's playing chess, if it's learning Spanish. He goes all in all the time, and we are all the better for it. Michael Shand over here on piano. On the bass, someone who has been, well, he's been with us at kitchen parties before, and he's been with some of the finest musicians in the world. And I'll tell you, if you go to his website right now, you'll see the best picture of various singers fighting over him. There's literally a photo of Matt Dusk, Emily Claire Barlow, and Shannon Butcher physically battling over him. Because not only is he a singer's favorite bassist, he is also just one of the favorite bassists of many ensembles. And not only in the world of jazz, you can see him in the bass chair at the Shaw Festival as well. This is Ross MacIntyre on the bass. And I have to use a quote that he used on his own website, and I don't know who has said it, but I think it is so perfect. On drums, someone who is called a cultural omnivore. I love that. Whether it's as a drummer, a composer, a producer, arranger, a band leader, a sideman, he has been inspired by everything from art films to classical works, and it shows in his playing the versatility, the groove. And we always say it's all about the hang. There is no one better to hang with than Mr. Ethan Ardelli on the drums. Now, throughout the next 4 hours, no, 2 hours, it'll feel like one. You'll wish it was 4, but for over the next 2 hours, we've got some special guests joining us, and you never know who is going to pop in. In fact, we have someone coming up very, very soon. But first, I thought I got a chance to play with you guys. How about that? Let's do it. Life isn't worth living unless you are mirth given. Why can't I give some to you? When skies are gray and you say you are blue, I'll send the sun shining through. I wanna be happy, but I won't be happy till I make you happy too. I wanna be happy, but I won't be happy till I make you happy too. Life isn't worth living unless you are mirth given. Why can't I give some to you? When skies are gray, you say you're blue. I'll send the sun shining through. I want to be happy, but I won't be happy till I make you happy too. about these guys, huh? Michael Shand, I'm going to start with you because you work in so many different formats, right? I mean, whether you're doing your own stuff, whether you're working as music director, like you've worked in musical theater as well, the world of classical music, all that.
I just checked that off my list just recently, just this past
classical
year.
music?
No, musical theater.
Yes,
I directed
that's right,
my first play, Guide to Being Fabulous, down at Soul Pepper Theater. That was my first time officially MDing a theater piece.
Is that happening now?
No, it already came and went, unfortunately.
Can we bring it back?
But it was fantastic. Okay. You can still read the reviews.
Is there, first of all, is there something you haven't done yet that you want to do? Like, do you have something in the back of your mind as a goal?
Oh my gosh. Well, there's so many artists I love, so that list is forever changing, forever molding. So there's so many artists like Omar. I would love to go on tour with an artist out of the UK named Omar. I would love to play with Lewis Taylor or Jill Scott, or do one of those kind of neo-soul kind of gigs for a long stretch. That would be fun for me, I think.
So we're putting it out there right now.
Yeah, put it out there
Omar,
in the universe, you know? Yeah.
What challenges you about each of the things that you do, or just a few of the things that you do? If you were to say, okay, like looking at, band leader, MD, whatever the case may be, producing, working as a guitarist, arranging. What are the challenges and the benefits of like maybe a few of the things that you do for you as an artist?
I think the connecting, like you already touched upon earlier, that I'm a chess player. So it's just about problem solving for me. I used to do art before I did music in high school, and people would ask me, oh, what inspired you to do such and such a piece? I liked realism, so I did, for example, the last major piece I did was of Four Tigers. And for me, I can't come up with the flowery reasons, It's just the challenge of, well, there's a line there. How do I recreate that? How could I, the color doesn't seem right. All I have is pencil crayon or something with me. So how do I recreate the vibrant color of a tiger here on the, so it's like that, maybe, is that the right side? The more analytical side? It takes over. So for a lot of the things I do, it's just like that problem solving. There's got to be a way. Oh, you want to start in B flat and go to E? There's got to be a way.
Right.
It's just that problem
solving. You'd be a scientist, really.
Yeah.
You're like an artistic scientist.
Yeah, I'm far from the poetic kind of artist. I'm the guy who's just like, break that down and analyze it, analytical.
I love that about you. Can you do my taxes?
Yeah, no.
All right, okay, just checking.
Absolutely.
Just checking.
I think I'm behind myself.
Ross MacIntyre. Now, jazz, as we know, is all about spontaneity and improvisation. And just so you know, I mean, literally, if you're in the studio audience or if you're listening at home, what we just, the music you're hearing today has never been played by these musicians before in this format. Like, literally, no rehearsal. It just happens. So you have to be able to fly by the seat of your pants. There's a certain amount of spontaneity and improvisation and whatnot. Yet you work in the world of musical theater a lot these days, where it's about consistency.
It's true.
How do you bring those two together?
It's a very different challenge, and an equal challenge too, because I play the same show, 8 shows a week for several months at a time.
What show are you doing right now? Give it a little.
Oh, I'm in between shows right now.
Oh, that's what's the next one you're doing?
The next one I'm doing is Aladdin, the Mervish production of Aladdin. Yeah, that starts on February 14th and goes till March 17th. So Valentine's Day to St. Patrick's Day.
Mervish.com for all the information.
There you go.
Okay, but sir, keep
going.
Yeah,
no, it's a completely different challenge, and trying to maintain consistency. I focus on working on my intonation, on listening to the musicians around me, playing within the style, because in music theater you're expected to go from a jazz feel to a classical feel to a Latin feel, basically from one song to the next, and so just playing that authentically is a fun challenge.
Because you do have a lot of styles within potentially one show.
Absolutely, yeah.
Moving on to another element that happens in music a lot, because there's the performance and then there's teaching. And Ethan Ardelli, you teach are you at U of T and Humber?
No, just at U of T.
Just at U of T.
Yeah.
What does teaching do for you as a musician?
Well, it's helped me a lot because students ask really good questions, and sometimes you overlook a lot of things, or maybe certain things just came naturally that you didn't have to think about. I remember first time teaching a jazz drum lesson, and the student asked a fairly straightforward, good question: how do you play the ride cymbal? And I said, well, you go ding, ding, da, ding, and you make it sound good. And then Which I think is a valid answer, but I needed to come up with a better one. So for instance, with the ride cymbal, that made me kind of delve deeper into, actually, what am I doing? What am I doing with my hand? Or what are the really good drummers who play the ride cymbal really great? What are they doing? So it's made me reflect on lots of things, and I feel like I'm a much better musician because of teaching. So selfishly, it's been a wonderful thing for me.
Have you ever been in the middle of doing a solo and all of a sudden, oh, that's that thing that I talked to Sam about the other day. I just did.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the time. Honestly, yeah. Totally, yeah.
Yeah. I love it. We have a very special guest who wasn't going to be with us today, but you didn't know he was going to be with us today. I knew he was going to be with us. I've known this guy for 30 years, I think. We met when I was actually at U of T, and I was hired to. I remember getting a call that I was singing with a group, and we were asked to sing backup vocals for an album with this guy. He was going to be doing lounge versions of Canadian rock tunes. And I thought, what? And we were in the studio, and this whirlwind of a guy came in and said, "Hi, I'm James B., and how are you? And you guys sound great, and this is going to be a great record, and we'll see you on the road." And all of it came to fruition. We ended up touring Canada 3 times together, and always an adventure, and we never once got arrested, and it's always been fun. And now we get a chance to be on the radio together. This is James B.
None of you people get into my living room. Hey, Heather Bambrick, so weird. Last night, I had a dream. It took place in Switzerland. It wasn't a dream. It happened.
Okay.
And I was remembering
Okay.
this guy, my bass player in Switzerland, would go, "Quick impersonation of James B. Oh, 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 oh." And that was it. That's all he had. So I liked yours much better, just so you know. But I just thought of that yesterday going, why am I thinking about a bass player I haven't seen in 30 years?
I don't know. This is the God's honest truth. James came into the studio wearing silk pajamas, as you do when you're out on the town.
I'm going to a funeral today. That's why I'm dressed
Yeah,
up.
well, yes, of course. I knew there was an energy and an excitement about you then, and I've been blessed to hang out with you and enjoy it ever since. But
we played the Wash and Slosh in Saskatoon.
yes,
It was a biker bar where they did their laundry, drank and gambled, and we went out and opened with Born to Be Wild.
Yep. Yeah, and it was literally called the Wash and Slosh, and on the wall behind the bar, everybody who played there, some Canadian rock legends had all played there, and then for the final tune, we took off our pants and put them in the dryer.
Yep. And we went out just in our shirts and underwear, and we did the last song.
And I wore a very long top.
Yep.
Yep.
And 2 of our females in the band didn't have long tops.
No, they did not.
Yeah, but anyway, it was the bikers loved it, and that's a memory I will always have. The other was top of the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Man, that was a crazy party.
It really was. Speaking of crazy parties, will you do something for this crazy party? Will you do a tune?
Okay.
All right.
I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. B.
I'm so excited. All right. The last time this song was sung in this room was about 11 years ago, and so I'm going to dedicate this one to Don Franks, the late, great Don Franks. I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. You and your glance make this romance too hot to handle. Stars in the night blazing their light can't hold a candle to your razzle-dazzle. You got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. Wanna cry, wanna groove, wanna laugh just like a loon. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. The hand! You and your glance make this romance too hot to handle. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Stars of the night blaze on their light, can't hold a candle to your razzle dazzle. You got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride, full of butterflies inside. Wanna cry, wanna croon, wanna laugh like a balloon. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. Old devil moon, blue moon. How high the moon? The moon was yellow. The girl on the moon. Moon, 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 moon. Moon, 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 moon. Moon, moon, moon. Moon, 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 moon. Michael Shand, one of the greatest musical directors in this country, says me. Ross MacIntyre, amazing shoes, but Heather's got the kicks of the day here in Vernon. And Ethan Ardelli, the sushi chef of drummers, always the right amount on the plate, never filling, always just perfect.
And how about the man who can actually scat as a cow, Mr. James B.
Thank you, baby.
Before you go, New Year's resolution or something you're looking forward to in 2024?
Oh, yeah. Well, New Year's resolution is to try to stay focused for 3 months. I've written and I'm directing a film, and it's a feature film, my first feature film. I've done 3 shorts, so it's a huge job, and all I have to do is focus. Mm-hmm. So that's my mission. It's not to join a gym and quit in March.
There you go.
I'm not doing that.
Someone made the recommendation. They said, I'm going to start a business. It's going to be a gym. It's going to have gym equipment for 6 weeks, and then after that it turns into a bar. And it's going to be called Resolutions.
Down the street here in Liberty Village, I signed up in December, and then I never went because I didn't want to quit.
James B., everybody. How about we get another tune from these fabulous musicians over here, now that they're getting all warmed up? You got it?
Yeah, we're going to do a title track from my record called Patience for Life.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Shand, Ross MacIntyre, Ethan Ardelli.
Thanks, Ross. Ethan.
You're listening to Jazz FM 91, coming to you live from the Long and McQuaid Performance Hall here in the heart of Liberty Village. This is our 2024 New Year's kitchen party. Now, before we take a very short break, I got to ask you the same question that I asked James B. Oh, yeah. Any New Year's resolutions or any plans for 2024?
Someone very close to me is going through a hard time health-wise, so all my energy is going towards her.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely get that. Mr. MacIntyre.
Yeah, my resolution just to stay positive, remain positive, keep a positive outlook on life.
Look at you.
Look at me, indeed.
Mr. Positivity.
I'm trying. You know, we'll see. There's a reason it's a resolution.
Even Ardelli, what are you going for in 2024? What are you looking forward to?
The issue is like I'm kind of perfect, so there's not really a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking
I'm
you.
just gonna stay with it. Yeah, just keep going.
Stay you.
Yeah.
How about these guys? Are they not great?
That's my kind of answer.
Okay. We are on a break right now. We have a music break, so you can use the facilities.
Okay.
And we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll be back live again.
Okay.
But we're still streaming. So remember, don't put up any signs with F words in it.
Is there a washroom back there too?
Just right there.
Just this one. Okay.
Yeah, man.
you speaking German now? No! Well, of course it makes sense because you were over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm actively working on now. Yeah.
All I can say is, bitte mach mir dein Facebook. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Say B flat?
B flat. I know we usually do it C.
Or E flat.
There may be many other nights like this.
40 seconds, what was that?
Yeah, 40? 30 seconds, everybody.
Intro?
I'll just come right in. Zoodly-doot. 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
There may be many other nights like this, and I'll be standing here with someone new. There will be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring, but there will never be another you. There will be other lips that I may kiss, but there's one thrill me like yours used to do. Yes, I can dream a million dreams, but how can they come true if there will never ever be another you? someone new. There will be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring, but there will never ever be another you. There will be other nights that I will want to spend like this, but there's one thrill me like yours used to do. Yes, I can dream but how can they come true if there will never ever be no, there will never ever be, there will never ever be another you. Performance Hall. It is the New Year's Kitchen Party, and you've just heard the wonderful musicians to whom we've been listening already, and we are joined by someone new, because that's what happens at a kitchen party. You never know who's going to drop in, and he dropped in from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Honestly, when you talk about Canadian jazz royalty, this is the name that comes up time and time again. He's played on so many Juno, not just Juno-nominated recordings, Juno-winning recordings. It's almost hard to keep track, not only under his own name, but in various other groups. He is recognized the world over as one of the finest musicians, one of the best tenor players and soprano players. And he's also a filmmaker. We're going to talk about that, too. Mike Murley over here. You guys want to do something? Yeah. Now we're going to hear something from Mike. What do you want to do?
We're going to do a tune by Thelonious Monk that I just recorded with Mark Eisenman. We'll talk about that a little more later, but this is called Monk's Dream.
I'm not playing like Mark Eisenman. You're going to have to settle for the Michael Shan version.
No, Eddie. Play like Monk. Steal from the best.
Yeah.
1, 2, I think Mark Eisenman and Monk would have liked that. Beautiful.
I love it. How about these guys, huh? How about this? Okay, for those of you who are, if you're watching on the live stream, if you're here in the studio audience, you probably noticed a few things, and I want you to tell people a couple of things that they might have noticed. So when you might have noticed Mike touched the back of his head. Did you notice that? Anybody notice? Towards the end of the show, he just touched the back of his head. What does that mean for people? If this is just when you go out to jazz clubs later, what does that mean?
It means we're going to play the head.
Yes.
Which is the melody.
Yes, there you go. So if you're ever wondering, well, how do they know when to come back in after the solos? If you watch someone do that, that means play the head or play the melody. If someone does that, if they hold up 4 fingers,
we're going to trade 4s.
there you go. Doesn't mean
4
steal
bars
4th
with
bass.
The drums. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Oh yeah. Well,
could
that's
be.
the other thing, because musicians cue each other. Like you can use your fingers to indicate keys as well. So if the fingers point down, those are flats, and if they point up, they're sharps. So if you ever watch musicians on stage and they look at each other and they say, okay, let's do blah, 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 and they point down like that, it doesn't mean look at my shoes. I mean, it might if they have good shoes, but it basically means one flat or key of F. So the little things that you can watch for, if you're sitting there in the audience and you want to impress your friends sometime and you see someone do that and you're like, they're going to play the melody now because I just saw them tap the head. I could wax poetic about everything you've done for years. I mean, but I'm curious, what stands out in your mind as some of the highlights of your career so far? I know there have been a bunch, but just off the top of your head. Oh my God. I know, there's a lot.
I mean, playing with the people who aren't with us anymore, I think of them a lot. Like we just lost Guido Basso recently, and Heather and I worked with Guido a lot on those jazz cruises. And somebody pointed out to me the other day also, it's been 25 years since I made this record with Ed Bickard, live at the Senator. So I miss Ed and Rob McConnell, those guys.
I know. And that's the thing. You look back and you think, okay, we're lucky enough to have played with them, and then you still miss them. If you think about you and Guido, for example, what do you ever think back about stuff and kind of channel Guido in any particular way when you're doing your thing?
I don't think you can. If you play with these master musicians, you can't. They become part of you, hopefully, right? I mean, everybody. Yeah. Guido was such a lyrical. He sang through his instrument. So if you were standing beside him and you were playing a bunch of extraneous things, shall I say nicely, you know, it kind of weeded out a lot of the extraneous.
Yeah, true. Do you have a favorite format to play in? I know you do a lot of, you mentioned the trio stuff that you've done with Ed and Steve over the years, and you've got larger ensemble things, your own sextet, Time Warp, Metalwood.
I like smaller things.
Yeah? Has that changed? Like, as you've gotten older, has it changed? Did you like bigger?
I mean, I wanted to do writing and I wanted to do larger ensembles, but I did that, and I still like to do it, but the freedom in a smaller, I mean, even just sitting in with these guys today, we've never played together as a group till that, and it was fun. I love the spontaneity that happens in a small group.
Yeah.
It's, not to get too deep, but during COVID, when that was taken away from us, you realized how deep it was, the communication that happens, and we really missed that, and it's just, you can't take it for granted.
Absolutely. Well, because you get the fun. You get the fun elements, too, and you get musical cues and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You talked about writing, and I know that, you can masterfully play through the songbook easily, and you have a lot of your own tunes that, I can honestly say some of my favorite tunes are tunes that guys like you and Elms have written.
Oh, thanks.
And how do you balance that between trying to, pay homage to the songbook, but also keep your own voice and your own compositional ideas going?
Well, I think it's important in terms of, I think composing helps you find your own voice, or, just going through that process. And I mentioned the record that Mark Eisenman I just made. We did the Monk tune, but a lot of the tunes on that record are what we call contrafacts, and it's like writing your own melody on a standard chord progression. So that's a great exercise for just, hey, what am I really hearing on this tune, or how can I reinvent this tune? So that's something jazz musicians have been doing for eons.
Yeah. Did you plan to do it for this new record?
We both like doing that. Mark and I both enjoy doing that. So a lot of the record is that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Can you do another tune for us now?
We're going to do a tune from that record.
I love it.
Little
it's like
shameless
we planned
plug.
this, right?
Well, and I also want to plug that we're playing at the Rex this week, celebrating the CD release.
Yeah, truth be told, Mike was actually supposed to fly in today to do these shows at the Rex, and I said, do you want to come and do the kitchen party? And so he said, yeah, let me change my flight. Yeah. So you hit the Rex, is it tomorrow?
Wednesday to Saturday.
Wednesday to Saturday at the Rex, so you can hear this type of music done in a little bit of a different ensemble, but now we get to hear them doing it for the party. Here is Mike Murley.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm just going to say this is a tune, you might not know this tune, that John Coltrane recorded it as a ballad, and it's just a beautiful tune by Mal Waldron entitled Soul Eyes, but I wrote a new melody and changed it. It's not exactly a ballad anymore. And it's called Soul Wise.
Murley and the guys. Yeah, beautiful. We mentioned a little bit ago, you've co-led a couple of groups. Well, more than a couple of groups, right? How do you do that with somebody else? Do you look for someone with like-minded sensibility, similar work ethic? You know, you just kind of think, okay, I have a theme for this thing, and this is the right person for that theme. How do you do that? How do you figure out how to work that relationship?
Yeah, it's usually common musical tastes, and but also, I mean, working with like David Braid, for example, I worked with him quite a lot, and we have a lot of commonalities and differences too, you know. So sometimes it's just a nice combination. And
has there ever been a project, you don't have to tell us who, has there ever been a project where you've started working with someone, you kind of go, this isn't going to work?
No. I wouldn't say that, no.
No?
No, I mean, maybe after a few years you get tired of each other. But the Beatles broke up too, right?
Oh, there you go. People always talk about, you know, the Canadian jazz scene and whatnot. Do you feel that there's a Canadian sound overall, or is it more regional?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it's American music, you know, I mean, and we're very influenced by our proximity to New York, the tradition of all the players that came here. Yeah. I think we're a little more laid back than Americans, and like our personality generally, but you can't do a total.
It's hard to be generalized.
Yeah.
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 Do you find I have found this because I think sometimes we Canadians we have that little underdog thing, right? And do you find in your travels, have you gone all over the world? Have you looked around and thought, yeah, we can hold our own?
Oh God, yes, of
right?
course we can. Yes. Toronto is, especially since I moved, I realized as soon as you move, it's like, what did I do? No. That's why I'm back here all the time. Oh no, this is an amazing city for this music.
Yeah.
I mean, the depth of talent, and the venues now too are. We always need more, but they are kind of thriving. I mean, we always need your support to be out there, but. Those people work hard all year at the Brex and the Jazz Bistro and
I know we've got Hirut, the Black Bear.
If you haven't been to Hirut, go there. It's an amazing little venue.
Although not today because you're here.
Right.
So. You got another tune for us?
We were going to do another contrafact. This is a test. What's a contrafact? No. It's not a test.
There you go, your own melody.
A new melody on an old song. I didn't write this one. This is, if you ever saw a video of Charlie Parker playing, it's really the only one of him playing. He's playing this song by Tad Dameron. It's called Hot House. He and Dizzy Gillespie are playing it.
Here it is. This is Mike Murley.
It's based on, what is this thing called, Love.
All right, here we go. From the kitchen party here in the Longwood Quaid Performance Hall. A little Parker a la Murley.
Yes.
we first of all, if you are listening at home, Barbara Lica unfortunately isn't here today. She's under the weather. So if you're listening, we have Barbra Lica recordings that we've been playing throughout the show today. So you're going to be able to hear that. But if you're listening going, when is Barbara going to be here? Unfortunately, she's not. However, we've been so blessed to have this guy right here, Mr. Mike Murley.
Thank you.
Before I let you go, we know you've got the stuff coming up this week. You're at the Rex this week.
Yep.
What else do you have coming up in 2024 that we should be watching out for?
I'll just be hanging around Toronto in the clubs very often. I've got some. I'm going to Europe with Norma Winstone in the end of May, I guess, and Jerry Bergonzi's coming up here again. The great Jerry Bergonzi, amazing tenor player from Boston. We're playing at the Rex in June. So some nice things coming up.
MikeMurley.com. That's where you can go
Mike
for all the
Murley,
information.
thank you.
Oh, we have a question from our studio audience. Mary Carmichael over here has a question for you.
We know you've been playing in Toronto a lot and playing with all the guys you mentioned, and you've been around for a few years. Why do you look so young?
If you didn't
Why,
get a
thank
chance to
you.
hear that, Mary, you've been playing around a lot. You've had an extensive career. How do you look so young?
I don't know. Didn't know I did. but Thank you very much. I'm 62, so I'm not too old, but I'm getting there.
You're still a pup.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mike Murley. All right, another break. You can use the facilities. You can wander around, stretch your legs a little bit, grab some refreshments in the other room. Remember, we're still streaming, and then we're going to be back with our next guest in just a minute. Is that NBC? Or you know.
Isn't that Gracie for the Simpsons, right?
Before Sid Ubu Sid.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Good guy. Yep. Good. Yeah, he's having an okay year. So.
He's having a pretty good year, yeah. 4 points the other night.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. That's good. That's good. Well, hopefully he'll do well for you.
You picked Jeff Skinner? I go,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, everyone always underestimates him, and he always does. He does well. Yeah.
it's points.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Sabres are kind of underachieving, but
They are, but that's a thing. You know, it is a thing. It's been a thing for a while. Like, and every time you think they're going to do well, they manage to. They were 1 point out of the playoffs last year. So.
yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah. me a few extra notes. So instead of the low, being a low E, yes. So I get that low instead of low E. Yeah. So just, it's an orchestral thing. So.
You guys will start the intro?
Sure.
Yeah?
So, okay. So those first few bars aren't happening, right?
The rubato
The
section.
rubato stuff isn't happening.
So
We're
they're going to
just,
start with me.
Oh, okay.
that was more of a question, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
It's up to her, I guess.
Yes, indeed. We are still live from the Long and McQuaid Performance Hall here at Jazz FM 91 in the heart of Liberty Village. It is the 2024 New Year's Kitchen Party, and it has been so great so far, and it is going to continue with greatness. If I were to call our next guest a cultural milliner, you might guess it's because she wears a lot of hats, and she certainly does. She's an award-winning vocalist, songwriter, philanthropist, producer, actor. She is a Juno winner, a recipient of the Governor General Award, the Order of Canada, and the Chevalier Ordre des Arts et des Lettres, which is French.
There's some funny business in there.
She's also the founder and the artistic director of the Kensington Market Jazz Festival, as well as a mentor to many artists who are lucky enough to call her friend. And she's also the mother, the proud mother of two wonderful humans. And we are so lucky to have her here. Please welcome to the kitchen party, Molly Johnson.
Okay, so I'm not an actor. I'm all those other things, but I am no actor. That's the other siblings. What you see is what you get. This is no act. All right. sings the blues. She's got 'em bad. She feels so sad. Wants the world to know just what the blues is all about. Lady sings the blues. She feels so sad. Nothing to hide. Now the world will know just what the blues is all about. The blues ain't nothing but a pain in your heart. When you get a bad start, when you and your man have to fight, I ain't gonna just sit around and cry. I know that I won't die, 'cause I love him. Lady sings the blues. I'm telling you, she's got 'em bad. Now the world will know she never gonna sing 'em no more. But a pain in your heart when you get a bad start, baby. When you and your man have to part, I ain't gonna just sit around and cry. I know that I ain't gonna die, 'cause I love him. Lady sings the blues. I'm telling you, she's got 'em bad. Now the world will know she's never gonna sing 'em no more. No, baby, I'm all done with all of that, huh? Yeah, look at this. 64 years old, I am done with that, right? No more, no baby, no more, baby, come on.
Now we get to talk. Now it's like a real party. We get to talk.
Nice shoes.
Oh, thanks very much. That's
Radio, I can
so. Listen,
Yeah.
4 shows with the TSO.
Yeah.
Come on now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It was a beast.
I was gonna say a lot of
It was a
work.
beast.
How did it all come together?
I bugged them. Then I made a record that suited them.
Well, here's the, because it takes a long time.
It's a
to get
4-year
these-
process to
Yeah,
get that
right?
going, yeah.
When you made the record, did you ultimately think at some point in time this would be a good symphony show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
So then what was the next step for you?
Bugging them, bugging them, bugging them.
How, I mean, it can be nerve-wracking. I mean,
It was
you've
awful.
done a lot over the years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but I'm a very, very nervous girl. I was very nervous.
Were you really?
Outrageous. I tried to get a hold of it, but it just it was a beast. I was that the whole time. But I look fabulous.
Well, you always do. You always do. Tell me something though. Has there ever been something that has been so nerve-wracking for you that you just thought, no, I'm not doing this again?
Yeah, the TSO. No.
You just kind of get over it and then move
Well,
on?
you get through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then try not to answer your phone so they don't call you to do shit you don't want to do. Oh, she's out walking the dog again. Again.
You've recently moved to Port Hope.
I have.
How's that for you? How does
Well, I
it-
don't usually say it publicly because I don't want people on my driveway.
Oh, okay. You've recently gone incognito
To
outside of the
Northumberland
city.
County is what I like to
But
say.
how
Northumberland
is
County.
that for your artistic temperament and your soul?
Well, I
getting out
wrote
of
the
city?
entire holiday album out there,
Yeah.
so that's good. It's my neighbor has 14 cows. It's
Come on, really?
oh yeah.
You ever
And
go
I
and
was
sing with
born
them?
in downtown Toronto. You understand what we're saying? That's what we're saying here. But yeah. I know it's a lovely thing, and nobody knows me there, and that's fantastic. I think Heather just blew that for me.
I
though,
know,
but
sorry.
Right up until now, it was great.
Right, if you're listening, she's not there. She's
No,
here. What are you
I mean,
talking
I'm
about?
always here. I'm here a lot. I'm here a lot.
You are here a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the impetus come for the Kensington Market Jazz Festival for you?
Oh man, there's a bunch of different reasons, but I think because I'm surrounded with jazz lovers right now, I would say that it was built out of it as sort of a need for a community, local kind of, can you walk to the gig, can you take a streetcar to the gig kind of festival. So, and it's the cash-only model that shows the musicians how much love there is.
And it's a good hang.
It's an excellent hang. I started that thought around France's jazz festivals. They don't have separate dressing rooms. They have one big tent where the crew and the musicians all eat. If you want to eat something, it's there. If you want to drink something, it's there. Yeah. So you end up, I had lunch with Chick Corea. I didn't know who he was. I just thought he was the lighting guy. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was. But it's that kind of a vibe, and I love that vibe. And Kensington is, it's Kensington Market, isn't it, kids? It's what it is, and it's beloved.
When you had the idea, was it specifically for Kensington Market?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was in the back of your mind the whole
It
time.
was what to do with the market to elevate and remind people of not just the historical significance of this market, but that you can still buy a tomato there and some cheese maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and great stores and great vendors and
One of the most interesting parts of the city, for sure.
It is, absolutely.
If you're listening elsewhere and you're planning on coming to Toronto, make a plan to come to Kensington Market because it's very cool. You've always talked lovingly about your boys. Not only your musician boys, but your boys' boys.
Oh, those boys, the actual ones I birthed.
The ones you birthed.
Those ones. What about them?
When did they realize who? Yeah, when did they realize who their mom was, or do they? You're just mom?
I'm totally mom. I remember seeing Tracy, Diana Ross's daughter, talking about Diana Ross on an interview once, and she said she just knew her mother as the girl in curlers flipping pancakes in the kitchen in the morning, and I went, that's who I want to be.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be. So I took a lot of time off this so-called career of mine and stayed home a lot, and worked out very well for me because they're fabulous. Really, they are. They're annoying because they're your children, and we all know that. And you're a parent for life, and nobody tells you that either. And that's really outrageous. What? Yeah, but they're boys or they're men. They're young men. So the challenge of raising a feminist who's also a gentleman.
Yeah.
And I think I got it right. I think I got it right with both of them, and they're pretty good.
I remember years and years ago, you and I were on an audition together at a pirate down on King Street.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And I remember someone saying to you, how do you look so good? What are you? And I remember you saying, I'm a mom, and I run up and down the stairs after my boys.
That's all I did.
And that was your workout routine.
That's what I did.
And I love that.
There's no time for a gym. My life was a gym.
Right?
Right, yeah.
Can you do another tune for us, please?
I can. It's wonderful to be with these fine musicians today. It's quite a treat. I usually play with the same sorry-ass guys. Legendarily so. 30 years of that. 30 years of that.
And this is a true kitchen party because I love the fact that I think this is in all the years we've done this is the first time we've had someone just jump in and kind of, not only do their own thing but play. So this is the vibe of the kitchen party and I love it. Can't think of anybody better to hang out with in the kitchen than Molly Johnson.
Okay. Can I play you a little Billy? So I got it right there. I keep it right there in my book. See that? Just so I don't forget where the hell I came from. I'm not trying to imitate that woman. I am standing on the shoulders of that woman and very privileged to do so. So I live a very privileged life because of Billie Holiday. So when I sing Billie, I think of it as I'm because of Billie. Right? And what key is that in? I don't even know what that means. Hush now, don't explain. There's nothing to gain, 'cause I'm glad that you're back. Don't explain. Hush now, don't explain. There's nothing to gain. Skip that lipstick. Don't explain. You know that I love you, and what love endures. All my thoughts are of you. I'm so completely yours. Cry to hear folks chatter, and I know you cheats. Right or wrong don't matter when I'm with your sweets. So hush now. Yeah, don't explain. You're my joy. You're my pain. 'Cause my life's, yeah, it's yours, love. Don't explain. love endures. All my thoughts are of you. I'm so completely yours. Grider, hear folks chatter, and I know your cheats. Right or wrong, don't matter when I'm with your sweet soul. Hush now, don't explain. You're my joy. You're my pain. My life's, yeah, it's yours, love. Don't explain. Yeah, don't bother. Yeah, don't explain.
Molly Johnson, live in the kitchen party. Your family is very much a showbiz family. I know. But I kind of, you're like the Von Trapps.
We are. You know, my brother we were just calling ourselves the Von Johnsons a couple of days ago. Very weird. My brother, as it turns out, is a very good singer. He's a director and a television director. It's The Wire. Yeah, I'm gonna brag.
Yes.
Life on the Street, Homicide, you know, Treme, Orange is the New Black.
He's been in all those too. Wow.
He directed all those.
Really?
He directs them, and then he always plays the same guy in all of them. And calls that acting. And we all, the family, go, not so much.
Do you ever look at some of his characters and go, yeah, I know
No,
that
I
guy.
look at him all the time and go, and he makes stuff that's way too violent for me. I'm a kind of a Coronation Street kind of a girl.
Right?
So The Wire is a little much,
Yeah,
but...
I get it.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to in 2024?
You know what? I get to do something I love to do the most. Yes, children, if you're listening, which of course they're not. I get to sit in the next couple of weeks and write songs with Mike Downs, Davide Lorenzo, and Ravi Botosh and Marco Lama. We are writing 4 new tunes. We will have new music for the spring. We're going to France, we're going to Europe, and I have to have new music for them. So we are going to be recording at the end of the month. And yeah, I'm doing that. I'm not supposed to say, but I got a really cool job coming up. And I'll just say this about that. It doesn't involve any music.
Ooh.
And it's all about reading books, which is really what I like to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are you consider yourself a homebody?
Oh, it's terrible. You should have seen me leaving my house today. It's a bit of a nightmare. But Heather asked me, Heather, it's Heather, I gotta go, it's Heather. Yeah, it was you.
I love that you said yes.
No, it's totally you.
I
had
gotta
to say
say-
yes just to
Aw.
freak you out. 'Cause I knew you were thinking I was going to say no. So you know what? I'm going to say yes just to mess with her.
You know that I love you.
I love you too.
We all love you. You are such a part of the Jazz FM 91 family,
you,
and we are
babes.
so blessed to have you. And we're gonna. Can we get you to do one more tune?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, one more tune. Is it from the? Because of Billy, because it's one of my favorite records.
I think it is. I don't know. What did I say?
Was it they can't do that and take that and from me and that thing? Yeah, that's right. One more time in the kitchen party, Molly Johnson.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate that. And fellas, thank you, boys. Thank you, fellas. I don't even know what we're doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. The way you wear your hat, right. The way you sip your tea. The memory of all that. No, can't take that away from me. Oh, your smile just beams. Then you sing off key. The way you haunt my dreams. No, can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on that bumpy road to love. But I'll always keep you hold your knife. Then we danced till 3. The way you changed my life. No, no, can't take that away from me. Well, no, you can't take that away. Better not take that away. You can't take that away from me. All right, fellas. On that bumpy road, it's low. But I always keep that memory of, ooh, the way you hold that knife, baby. Then we danced till 3. The way you changed my life. No, no, can't take that away from me. No, you can't take that away. Better not take that away. You can't take that away from me. Little old me, super bad me.
Molly Johnson! What an afternoon of music and fun. How about this, huh? How about that for a party? Yeah. Before we say goodbye, just a few people to thank. First of all, how about these wonderful special guests? Molly Johnson, Mike Murley. We send our love to Barbra Lica at home, too, and this incredible group of musicians, Mr. Michael Shand over there, Ross MacIntyre, Ethan Ardelli. Thank you to Glenn Cross and David Thorpe for all the sound and production that they are doing, all the work they do behind the scenes. That's Adam Feibel over there, who is doing our streaming. Jelani Watson back behind the board, helping us, keeping us on the air. I want to thank our staff members, Mary Kate Dahl and Felicia Shaw, who are here, as well as Dana Weigel, station manager. Our board chair, Peter Von Schilling, are here. We have so many wonderful volunteers and some key members of our volunteering team. Shirley Harvey, Lynn Milgram, Mark Levine, and Lauren McCabe are wonderful volunteers. I got to send love to Stephen Endicott, who is at home listening. He is so bummed. He actually sent a picture of himself sitting on his couch listening. Stephen, we love you. We send lots of love to you. And finally, to our wonderful listening audience at home, we thank you wherever you are listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. And to all of you who are in the studio today, I said this at the beginning, we don't do this without you. Thank you for making this such a fabulous party. We love you. We appreciate you. We hope you will come back and see us again. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for joining us in the kitchen party. Life is full of choices. We're so glad you chose to be here today. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. You're awesome. Thank you.